afternoon to all. Today we are going to start with the third chapter, that is coordinate geometry. Now in coordinate geometry we will learn how to describe the location of a point. So I'll give you an example. Say for example, I am marking a point, or I am asking one of the student. Suppose we were in the class, we would have done this activity. See, I will ask one of the student to stand outside the class, and I will mark a point. Say I will mark a point anywhere. See, I am going to mark a point here. I'll show this point to the whole rest of the class. Then I will rub this point. I will ask one of the student to go and describe where was that point to the other one who is standing outside, and she has to come inside and mark the same point. So the question is how the student is going to describe where is that point. So she has to note down. There should not be any mark over there. She should be able to find out exactly that point. And if she is use her logic, and then definitely she will be able to find the point. What she will see is what is the distance of that point from this edge, and what is the distance of that point from this edge. Now suppose the point is here. She can measure what is this distance and what is this distance. If it is say 18 centimeter and if it is 15 centimeter, exactly there will be only one point like that. So exactly we can mark the same point. So like this, describing the position of a point on a plane, we learn in this chapter how to describe. So what we'll do to describe the position of a point on a plane, we draw two lines. See, we'll draw two lines, one perpendicular to perpendicular to the horizontal level, and one parallel to the horizontal level. Like this, we'll draw two lines to describe the position of a point. Now I want to describe where is a point. First I will draw two lines. One is perpendicular to the horizontal level, the floor level, and one is parallel to the floor. Like that, two lines will draw. Now the one which is drawn perpendicular is called y-axis, and the one which is drawn parallel is called x-axis. See, once again, these points you have to remember. This chapter is simple. One class I am going to finish this one because very simple only, and already you have learned. So to describe the position of a point on a plane, we draw two lines, one parallel to the horizontal level and one perpendicular. The one which is drawn parallel is called x-axis, and the one which is drawn perpendicular is called y-axis. Again, the point where the two lines intersect is given a special name. It is called origin. The point where the two lines intersect is called origin. Now this we treat as 0, and this is a line. So on the right side of 0, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It will go on. On the left side of 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, etc. Like this. Again, this is 0. So above 0, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And below 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, etc. Like this we'll mark. I'll start from the beginning. To describe the position of a point on a plane, see this point is 0, 0, because on this line it is 0, and again on this line is 0. Later we'll come to that again. So to describe the position of a point on a plane, we draw two lines. one parallel to the horizontal level and one perpendicular to the horizontal level. The one which is drawn parallel is called x-axis and the one which is drawn perpendicular is called y-axis. Second point, wherever the two lines intersect is given a special name, it is called origin. This point is called origin. Then the point where the two lines intersect is taken as 0, and right side of 0 positive numbers, left side of 0 negative numbers, above 0 positive numbers and below 0 negative numbers. Now again, the distance of a point. Now the distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate. The distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate or abscissa. X-coordinate is also called, as given a special name, it is also called abscissa. So the distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate or abscissa, and the distance of the point from x-axis is called y-coordinate or ordinate. Y-coordinate is also called ordinate in special name. Now let us see what is this. See, I am marking a point here, suppose. Now how far it is from y-axis? How far this point is from y-axis? How will you find out? You will look at x-axis only, because here is the measurement. So 1, 2, 3. So this is against 3. So the distance of the point from y-axis is 3 unit. And again, how far it is from x-axis? This distance that will see on y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is y-coordinate. I'll tell you once again. So the distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate, and the distance of a point from x-axis is called y-coordinate. That is this one that will look on y-axis. That is why it is called y-coordinate. And x-coordinate is given a special name abscissa, and y-coordinate is given a special name ordinate. Then suppose this point is, a point is always marked by using a capital letter, say P. Now when we write the coordinates of a point, always we cannot, every time we cannot write x coordinate is this and y coordinate is this. So what we do, we always write x coordinate first and y coordinate second. So what is the x coordinate? See, go to x-axis, it is 3. Then how far it is from x-axis? That is 4. We go to y-axis, that is 4. So the coordinate of this point is P. I have given a name P, capital letter, 3, 4. First one is always x coordinate and the second one is y coordinate. See once again. Again let us start from the beginning. To describe the position of a point, we draw two lines, one parallel to the horizontal level, one perpendicular. The one which is drawn parallel is called x-axis and the one which is drawn perpendicular is called y-axis. The point where the two lines intersect is called origin. Then the coordinates of the origin, see how far origin is at a 0 unit from x-axis and 0 unit from y-axis. So its coordinates are taken as 0, 0. Then the distance of a point from y-axis is we find out the distance of a point from y-axis from x-axis. That is why it is called x-coordinate. Now see how far this distance, we look here 3 unit. That is why it is called x-coordinate. Now how far this point from x-coordinate, we look at y-axis and find out. That is why it is called y-coordinate. Now x-coordinate is also called abscissa and y-coordinate is also called ordinate. Next point, when we write coordinates of a point, we always write x coordinate first. We cannot write every case x coordinate is this, y coordinate is this. So we decided always we'll put in the bracket and write the numbers. First number is always x coordinate and second one is y coordinate. Okay. Now next point. Now see this a plane. See a mathematician called Rain Descartes only discovered this how location of finding the location of a point, and he made x-axis, y-axis, and he introduced coordinate geometry and all. So this a plane with x and y-axis is also called Cartesian plane. Sorry, C-A-R-T-S-I. Cartesian plane. A plane with x and y axis is also given a special name. It is called Cartesian plane. For the from this name only it is derived. So Cartesian plane. So question can be, on a Cartesian plane plot the following points. So you have to draw x axis, y axis and find the location of these points, or you have to mark these points. So this a plane with x and y axis is also called Cartesian plane. Now next one, see these two axes is dividing, they are going on extending. Arrow mark shows that they are extending. So these two axes, x and y axis, are dividing the plane into 4 quadrants. See, quadrants means 1/4 of something. So it is dividing the plane into 4 parts, and each one is called a quadrant, and they are numbered. You cannot say this is first, this is second, third. There is an order. So we'll start from here. This is first quadrant. Then we'll go in anti-clockwise direction. Clock is going like this, but we'll from here we go anti-clockwise direction. This is called first quadrant. This is called second quadrant. This one is third quadrant, and this one is fourth quadrant. So the two axes are dividing the plane into 4 quadrants. They are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what is the speciality? In this one, x is positive, y is positive. So if both are positive, it is first quadrant. If both the numbers are positive, it is in the first quadrant. Now x is negative, y is positive. So minus plus, then it is second quadrant. Again here minus, and here also minus. So minus minus, third quadrant. Then what is this one? X is positive and y is negative. So plus minus, it is fourth quadrant. Like this. This is the difference in you. That is why you cannot name any quadrant as 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 quadrants. You cannot name, because the sign also you have to see. If both are positive, it is first quadrant. If x is negative and y is positive, second quadrant. If both x and y are negative, then it is third quadrant. If x is positive and y is negative, then it is fourth quadrant. Then if any of these, if suppose x coordinate is 0, if x coordinate is 0, the point lie on y axis. Very important. If x coordinate, say for example 0, 5, find the point 0, 5. Here in this case, x coordinate is 0. You can see that. See, first we'll go to the first point 0, and then we'll go to the second one here only. So if x coordinate is 0, it is on y axis, and if y coordinate is 0, then it is on x axis. So say 5, 0, it will be on, first we'll go to first number 5, then y is 0 only, so here itself. So if x coordinate is 0, the point lies on y axis, and if y coordinate is 0, the point lies on x-axis. So these are the important points from this chapter, and then we'll discuss possible questions. So let me come to from the beginning. We'll discuss once again. First of all, to describe the position of a point on a plane, we draw two lines, one parallel to the horizontal level, then second one perpendicular. The one which is drawn parallel is called x-axis. This is just introduction, then you will learn many. So x-axis, then the one which is drawn perpendicular is called y-axis. Then the point where the two axes intersect is called origin. Then the distance of a point from x-axis is called y-coordinate or ordinate, and the distance of a point from y-axis is called x-coordinate or abscissa. Then when we write coordinates of a point, we always write first x-coordinate and then y-coordinate. Then a plane with x and y-axis is also called Cartesian plane, named after the mathematician who discovered. It is also called Cartesian plane. Then, so question can be on a, instead of saying draw x-axis, y-axis and plot the points, question can be on a Cartesian plane, plot the points. Then next one is the two axes divide the plane into four quadrants, four parts only, and they can be called quadrants also because each one is 1/4 of the total plane. So and they are numbered 1 if both where both x coordinate and y coordinate are positive, first quadrant. If x is negative and y is positive, second quadrant. If both are negative, then third quadrant. And if x is positive and y is negative, then it is fourth quadrant. So this much you have to learn. Okay, then now we'll do few possible questions. Well, very few questions only. First of all these can be come in objective type questions. I told you earlier also. Now onwards, since because of this COVID and missing of classes and all, your all paper most probably 50% marks will be objective type only. So definitely there will be objective type questions from this one, or what is the coordinate of the origin, or say -3, -4, in which quadrant it lies. Where is -3, -4? -3, -4. Otherwise also minus, third quadrant. So like that. Then like that few questions can be there. Fill in the blanks. Or what is the abscissa of this point, or what is the ordinate of this point, or what is the other name of x coordinate, what is the other name of y coordinate, etc. Like this fill in the blanks can be there. Now second one is plot the following points on a Cartesian plane. Plot, say 5-6 points are given, say for each one, say suppose 4 questions are given, and you are asked to find out, plot those points on a Cartesian plane. Say we are asked to plot these points, suppose 3, 4, say P, then Q, -2, 3, then R, -2, -2, then S, 3, -1, then T, 0, 3, U, then say -3, 0. So this is a very important question. Plot the following points on a Cartesian plane. So first you will take a graph paper on the graph paper it is easy to plot, otherwise measurement and all it is difficult. That's why, so on the graph paper you will draw x-axis and y-axis. Now here, if all the points are in positive only, then you will keep all the this quadrant bigger and the rest can be smaller. But in this case, negative and positive numbers are there. So in the middle you will draw y-axis, again in the middle you will draw x-axis. Then you will start marking the points. So P 3 4, first one you have to go to x-axis, then second one you have to go to y-axis. See, 3 4, 3 is going here and 4 is over here. So 3 4, this is P 3 4. Second one, Q minus 2 3, minus 2 3. So we'll go to first point, minus 2, first point on x-axis because it is x coordinate, minus 2 3. So this point, say Q minus 2 3. Then third one, R minus 2 minus 2, on x-axis minus 2 and y-axis also minus 2. So R minus 2 minus 2. Then S 3 minus 1. First we'll go to 3 on x-axis and minus 1 on y-axis. So somewhere here. So S 3 minus 1. Now next one, T 0 3. First we'll go to 0, x-axis 0, y-axis 3. So here it is. So T 0 3, like this will mark. The last one, U minus 3 0. First we'll go to minus 3 here and y coordinate is 0. So this is the point, that is U minus 3 0. So this is a first question. See, each one may be half mark or something. The question is, plot the following points on a Cartesian plane or on a graph paper, draw x-axis and y-axis and plot these points. It can be there. Now the second possible question is, in which quadrant the following points lie? In which quadrants the following points lie? Say, if you want, you can draw a rough figure and then write the answer, or you can think of if plus plus first quadrant, minus plus second, minus minus third, and plus minus it is fourth. If you remember, orally you can do directly, you can write, or then again question will be, in which quadrant or axis the following points lie. Axis is not a part of the quadrant. So if it is lying on x-axis, you have to write on x-axis. If it is in the third quadrant, you have to write third quadrant. Say for example, let us write first one, plus plus, it is first quadrant only. Second one, minus 2 3, it is in the second quadrant because quadrants are, this is first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. So I have given in that order only. So this is third quadrant because both are negative. Now plus minus is fourth quadrant. Then 0 3. See, if x coordinate is 0, then the point lie on y-axis. So y-axis. Then if x coordinate is 0, it is lying on x-axis. So x-axis. Sorry, x-axis only. See again, if don't get confused, if it is singular, we write AXIS, and if it is plural, we write AXES. If it is singular, x-axis, AXIS will write, and y-axis will write. If x and y, then we'll write AXES. So like this we can mark the points on a Cartesian plane. This is only in this chapter. Maximum from outside they can ask, mark the following points on a Cartesian plane, and actually you have to mark points and join and all in the case of next chapter. That is why we are learning this in this one. Next chapter we'll learn how to draw graph of equations in two variables and all. So that time again we need graphs, how to draw x-axis, y-axis and all we need. That is why we are learning in this chapter. So basic only. Now suppose question is mark these points, say 0, 5, P, Q, -3, 0 and R, 0 or 3, 0, and join, shade the shape obtained and find its area also. This is just outside the, which is not in the book. Actually you have to do only two types of questions. If a point is given, you are asked what is its x coordinate, what is its y coordinate, you should be able to ask. Then plot the points on a Cartesian plane, you should know. Then in which quadrant they lie. Only these questions are there. Then I told you fill in the blanks. Now I am giving one extra question so that you can understand. See, question is plot these points on a Cartesian plane, join them, shade the shape obtained and find its area. So first 0, 5, this is the point, first point, this is P, I am not writing, marking only. Second one Q, -3, 0, -3, 0, this is the point, second point. Then third one 3, 0, first we'll go to 3 on x-axis and y-axis it is, so here only it is this point. This is Q and this is R. Now you are asked to join them. So this is already joined, so this is the shape obtained. What is the shape? Triangle only. Now what is its area? Now we have to find the area of this triangle. So base half into area is equal to half into B into H. So half into base, how much is this one? You have to count how many units are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unit. Otherwise also 3 units on the right side, 3 units on the left side. So 6 unit into height. Because this is perpendicular only, so we can consider this one as altitude, because we draw x-axis and y-axis perpendicular to each other only. So how far it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unit. So into 5 square unit. You cannot write centimeter and all, you will write square unit only. Then 2 and 6 cancel, 3 5s are 15 square unit. This is the answer. So like this question is plot the following points on a Cartesian plane, join and shade the shape obtained and find its area. This is the maximum possible question from this chapter. So let us conclude this chapter from the beginning. I'll say once again. See, to describe the location or the position of a point on a plane, if you just mark a point, where is that point? So you have to see how far it is from that edge and how far it is from here, how far it is from here, or how far it is from here. All these you can consider. Then approximately you can find where is its location. So to describe the position of a point on a plane, we draw two lines. One parallel to the horizontal level. See, the floor is the horizontal level. So one parallel to the horizontal level and one perpendicular. The one which is drawn parallel is given a special name, x-axis, and the perpendicular one is called y-axis. The point where the two lines intersect is called origin. Then the point where the two lines intersect is taken as 0, right side of 0 positive, left side of 0 negative, above 0 positive, below 0 negative. Next one, the distance of a point from y-axis is called x coordinate. Why is it called x coordinate? Because we find it on x-axis only. So it is called x coordinate. and the distance of a point from x-axis is called y-coordinate, because we will find it on y-axis. So it is called y-coordinate. Then x-coordinate is also called abscissa, and y-coordinate is also called ordinate. Then the plane, a plane with x and y axis is called Cartesian plane. Then the two axes divide the plane into four parts, each one is called quadrant. The quadrant is same 1/4 only. Then they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, like this only. This order you have to remember: 1, 2, 3, 4. That means if the coordinates are both positive, it is in the first quadrant. If x is negative and y is positive, second. If both are negative, third. If first number is positive and second number is negative, then fourth. So again, when we write coordinates of a point, we always write x coordinate first and then y coordinate. Then the coordinates of origin is 0, 0 only. Now if x coordinate of a point is 0, it will lie on y-axis, and if y coordinate is 0, it will lie on x-axis, and if both coordinates are 0, it is at this point, which is called origin. Now questions. One point is given. Suppose one point is marked here. Now the question is, what is its x coordinate, or what is its abscissa, what is its ordinate, etc. That easily you can find out from the graph. Second one, plot the following points on a Cartesian plane. So you will draw x-axis, y-axis, then on the right side positive numbers, left side negative numbers, above 0 positive numbers, below 0 negative numbers. Then you will mark the points. See, first number you will look at x-axis, second number you will look at y-axis. Wherever the two lines are meeting, that point will be marked. Like that you will plot the points. Then third possible question is, the coordinates are given. You have to say in which quadrant or axis the following points lie. So this much only, basic things only. You can see in the book also, there is nothing more. So what you can do is, you can look at the book. All the questions are simple, direct, plot the following points on a Cartesian plane only. So you can try, and if you have any problem, you can write in the chat box. We will discuss those questions. So next class, again we are going to start with equations in linear equations in two variables. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Very simple. You just go through the book full, then it will be easy. And you have learned Introduction to Graphs chapter in 8th standard also. Okay, all the best. Take care.